If you keep losing in the UFC 5 and don't know why, it's probably not your fighter. It's these mistakes. Most beginners make the same errors over and over, draining their stamina, being predictable, and getting punished for it. In this video, I'm breaking down the 5 biggest beginner mistakes in UFC 5, and more importantly, how to fix them fast. Because once you stop doing these, your striking instantly becomes cleaner, smarter, and way more dangerous. Let's get into it. Alright, let's start with one of the biggest beginner mistakes in UFC 5. And honestly, if you're doing this, you're basically beating yourself. Mistake number 1. Draining your stamina while completely out of range and doing 0 damage. Look at this. You're throwing combos like you're in a Rocky movie, but your opponent is over there like untouched. Here's the problem. Every strike you throw costs stamina, but when you're out of range, you're spending energy for nothing. And in UFC 5, stamina is everything. Low stamina means slower strikes, less power, worse defense, and yeah, you get knocked out way easier. So when you're whiffing punches from too far away, you're not just missing, you're actively putting yourself at a disadvantage. Instead, focus on distance. Don't throw unless you're actually in range. Take a small step in, then strike. Think smart, not spammy. This isn't button mashing, this is a fight. Fix this one mistake and I promise you'll instantly feel the difference in your fights. Alright, mistake number 2, and this one is painfully common. Only headhunting and completely ignoring the body and legs. If every punch you throw is aimed at the head, congratulations. You've just made yourself the easiest opponent to read. Your opponent doesn't even have to think. They just hold block up top, and boom, your entire offense is shut down. And here's the worst part. When your strikes keep getting blocked, you're draining stamina fast, while they're chilling. Then what happens? You gas out, drop your guard, and get countered hard. UFC 5 rewards fighters who mix it up. Head, body, legs. You need all 3. Start working the body. Those shots drain stamina and slow your opponent down over time. Attack the legs too. Damage them enough and suddenly their movement is gone. They can't escape. They can't set up properly. Now instead of being predictable, you're dangerous. So stop headhunting like it's the only target. Mix your strikes, break them down, and watch how much easier your fights become. Let's get into mistake number 3, and this is where your striking starts to separate from beginners. Not using feints, or just not feinting enough. If every strike you throw is real, then you're not fighting. You're announcing your moves. And trust me, good players are just waiting for that. No feints means no deception. No deception means you're easy to read. And if you're easy to read, you're easy to beat. Now watch what happens when we add feints. That small fake just forced a reaction. Feints make your opponent second-guess everything. They don't know what's real anymore, and that hesitation, that's your advantage. You can bait counters, draw out blocks, even freeze them for a split second. And in UFC 5, that split second is all you need. Predictable, getting countered. Controlled, setting traps, landing clean. So stop throwing everything at full send. Use feints, play mind games, and make your opponent react first. Alright, mistake number 4, and this one's a bit sneaky. Never planting your feet. Movement is great, don't get me wrong. You should be moving. But if you're always moving when you strike, you're losing power and control. Look at this. You're throwing while drifting backward, sideways. No base, no stability. And in UFC 5, your strongest, cleanest shots come when your feet are planted. Same strike, completely different result. When you plant your feet, you generate real power. Better accuracy, better damage, and a much higher chance to rock your opponent. That's what you want. The key is balance. Don't just stand still, But don't just float around either. Move in small increments. Set your feet, then throw. Then reset and move again. Think of it like rhythm. Move, plant, strike, repeat. If you fix this, your punches will instantly feel heavier, and your opponents will feel it too. All right, final mistake, and this one will get you shut down fast against better players. Throwing doubled, predictable strikes. You know the type: double jab to the head, double cross. Same combo over and over again. At first it might work, but the longer the fight goes, the easier you are to read. Because once your opponent figures out your pattern, it's over. They know exactly what's coming and exactly how to stop it. And now you're getting countered for free. Instead of doubling up on the same predictable strikes, start mixing your targets and timing. Head, body, legs. Change it up. Even something simple, like going head, then body, instead of head, head, makes a huge difference. And don't just change what you throw, change when you throw it. Add slight delays, mix speeds, keep them guessing. Same combo, easy to block. Unpredictable, way harder to defend. So stop spamming the same doubles. Break your patterns, mix your attacks, and make every strike count. Fix these 5 mistakes, and you'll already be ahead of most beginners in UFC 5. If this helped you out, drop a like and subscribe. I've got more guides coming to help you level up your game.